Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 11th of June 2024. Now there is complete bloodbath in the cryptocurrency world, isn't it? Because the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum and the global cryptocurrency market, guys, is definitely not looking good. Now look guys, what is going to happen tomorrow, that is the 12th of June. Jerome Powell will be making a decision whether to go ahead and increase the interest rate hike, reduce it or keep it the same. Now based on my understanding guys, keeping that thing in mind, a lot of the Bitcoin whales, a lot of the OGs and traders are trying to manipulate the cryptocurrency market volume, and because of that guys, I very strongly feel that the prices have gone down. Now look guys, there is a very high possibility that Jerome Powell will keep the interest rate the same, and because of that I'm pretty much sure the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be pumping up. So what I'm going to be doing is on the episode that will release on 13th, I'll definitely go ahead and share more information regarding the FOMC meeting. Now in today's episode guys, let's go Brandon. Now there is a really interesting article which is published by Bitcoin magazine that talks about Trump being the best choice for Bitcoin, and Brian Morgenstern guys, he has written this great article in Bitcoin. Now what I'm going to be doing guys later on in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss why he actually argues that Donald Trump is the best presidential candidate to foster a safe and innovative environment for Bitcoin. And he's also talked about central bank digital currencies and which side of politics are in favor of CBDCs, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that. Now in the world of stable coins and Ripple guys, there is an interesting development, and Ripple, they've had a partnership with the National Bank of Georgia. Now what is a bit interesting guys is, they want to go ahead and launch central bank digital currency. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and share more bits and pieces of information regarding this news. Cause look guys, when we have Ripple, why would you want to go ahead and use central bank digital currency, isn't it? So could it be possible that Ripple is kind of developing a framework for the National Bank of Georgia? That is what it looks, isn't it? So I'll go ahead and share more information regarding this news. Now in the world of Solana guys, there's a bit of drama, and some of the heavyweights of Solana, they have actually kicked off a lot of Solana validators. Now is it a centralized decision guys? Definitely yes, but if you truly understand what the drama is, looks like they have definitely made the right decision. But in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss what this drama is, and then you guys can go ahead and make up your own mind guys, if it is the right move or not. Me personally, despite not being a fan of Solana, I do think that they have done the right move, but I'll go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion on it. Now in the world of centralized exchanges guys, OKX is one of the leading exchanges in it. Now there is a bit of news guys regarding OKX, and 2 users were hacked, so I'll go ahead and discuss how these 2 users were hacked and what is it that OKX is doing in response to this. So quite a lot of cover guys in today's episode, and like we do in every Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, I'm going to be discussing 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys is a partnership, and Zan Bank, they have signed a memorandum of understanding with Mantra, so I'll go ahead and explore what this news is all about. Now look guys, there's been quite a lot of partnership, particularly in Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Middle East in general, isn't it? Now this particular bank guys is a digital bank that is being licensed by the Central Bank of UAE, and looks like they are focusing on RWA tokenization, that is real world asset tokenization. So I'll definitely go ahead and share more information regarding this news. Now the second news guys is to do with the Emirate of Dubai, and roughly around 2 weeks ago guys, I talked about Sheikh Hamdan. He developed a blueprint for artificial intelligence, isn't it? And in that news guys, he did actually state that there will be new roles called as Chief AI Officers, and looks like promises have been kept. And this news guys is more of an update, as there are 22 Dubai government entities. They have appointed a new role called as Chief AI Officers. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and share more information regarding this news. And there are quite a lot of departments guys that have gone ahead and hired Chief AI Officers. So I'll definitely go ahead and share more information regarding this news. And guys, by the time you're listening to the episode, there is a really important event taking place at the Museum of the Future. It is called as AI Retreat, where they want to go ahead and train 1,000 AI experts. So definitely keep an eye on that news as well. So quite a lot of cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's. That is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, unfortunately, guys, the global cryptocurrency market is not doing good at all. It is down to $2.47 trillion. And since the last 24 hours, guys, it is down by 2.85%. Now, there is a very high possibility, guys, by the time you're listening to the episode, the prices would have fallen down even further, isn't it? Now, so far as the total cryptocurrency market volume is concerned, this has gone extremely high at $83.06 billion. Now, when the volume has gone high, guys, what you need to do is you need to go ahead and compare these numbers with the volume of stable coins. And if the volume of stable coin is increased, this would mean that people are parking their Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies onto stable coins. And there is a very high possibility in the next coming days or weeks, the prices would pump up. And that is exactly what we can see so far as stable coins is concerned, because the volumes have definitely pumped up. So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that. But before that, guys, let me quickly run through the volume of DeFi, because the volume is ridiculously low. It is only at $7.18 billion. and DeFi as of today, guys, is accounting for 7.43% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now going back to 2020 and 2019 as well, guys, on an average given day, decentralized finance used to account for somewhere between the 12 to 20% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now since 2020, guys, I haven't seen a single day where the volume of DeFi has crossed over the 12% mark, so definitely not ideal in the DeFi world, isn't it? Now so far as the total value locked is concerned, today it is at $104.41 billion, and so far as decentralized exchange dominance is concerned, guys, because a lot of stablecoins has been used, looks like a lot of decentralized exchange has been used, because the prices have fallen down, looks like people are buying a lot of stablecoins, isn't it? And guys, looks like they are using a lot of decentralized exchanges, because today, guys, decentralized exchange dominance has pumped up, and today it is at 24.01%. Now look, guys, what I feel is that this number will be the same today and tomorrow, but after Jerome Powell goes ahead and makes the announcement, there is a very high possibility that decentralized exchange dominance will go down, so I'll definitely cover that in my episode. Now let me very quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, guys, because some of the decentralized exchanges, the volumes have definitely pumped up since the last 24 hours. Now Uniswap's volume is number one, but it hasn't pumped up as much. It is at $1.61 billion. But if you look at Curve Finance, guys, today it is at $1.23 billion. Yesterday, guys, if I'm not mistaken, it was almost half of this, isn't it? Now the number third, guys, is PancakeSwap, and its volume has definitely picked up pace since the last 24 hours. It is at $793.45 million. Radium, guys, is at number fourth. Its volume is $518.18 million. And Orca, guys, is at number fifth, and it is at $445.97 million. Now, based on these numbers, guys, it clearly looks like a lot of decentralized exchanges have been used, and people are not going ahead and selling a lot of the Bitcoin and Ethereum using, let's say, fiat currency, but what they're doing is they are just parking a lot of the Bitcoin and Ethereum onto stable coins using decentralized exchange. Let me know, guys, if you agree to my assessment or not. Now listen, guys, if you do want to go ahead and in-depth analysis, you definitely can do that, and there are quite a lot of reports such as Glassnodes, or you can also look at individual blockchain explorer and go ahead and check the transaction details yourself. This, guys, is the beauty of open blockchain, isn't it? In case of fiat currencies such as US dollars, dirhams, an average individual person absolutely cannot do it. But so far as cryptocurrency is concerned, and if they are working on open blockchain, absolutely anyone in the world can go ahead and check where these funds are being used, isn't it? This, guys, is the beauty of using cryptocurrency that are working only on open blockchain. Now let me very quickly run through the volume of stablecoins, guys, because the volume since the last 24 hours has definitely picked up pace. Now stablecoins as of today, guys, accounts for 92.36% of the total cryptocurrency market volume, and since the last 24 hours, guys, $80.67 billion has been transacted, and out of this $80.67 billion, Tether USDT is accounting for $65.18 billion, followed by FDUSD, guys. Its volume is $6.87 billion, and Farley Circle USDC, its volume is $6.19 billion. Now let me very quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Bitcoin's dominance has actually picked up pace. Today it is at 54.20%, whereas Ethereum's dominance, guys, is exactly the same as yesterday. Today it is at 17.30%. Now if you look at the market cap, guys, of Bitcoin, it is down to $1.33 trillion, and Ethereum's market cap is at $427 billion. Just last week, guys, Ethereum's market cap was hovering around the $460 billion mark, isn't it? Now look, guys, we are just waiting for Ethereum trading to kick in. I'm pretty much sure once that thing happens, who's to say, guys, the market cap of Ethereum might even cross the $500 billion mark. Now, so far as the 24-hour trading volume is concerned, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $28.54 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $14.70 billion. Now this week, guys, I'm looking at numbers mostly from Masari.io, and what I'm going to be reading out is the market cap of top 5 governance tokens, and the number one, guys, is no surprise, it is Uniswap, and its market cap is $7.27 billion. ICP, or Internet Computer Protocol, its market cap is $4.94 billion. Cosmos, guys, is at number 3rd. It is at $3.01 billion. Injective, guys, is at number 4th. Its market cap is $2.75 billion. And finally, at number 5th, it is Optimism, and its market cap is $2.32 billion. Now let me know guys, what is your experience regarding ICP? Because I very specifically remember they've been in works for quite some years, and the day it actually made its debut, the token was in the top 10, but the prices did actually go down well over 90%. So let me know what are your positive and negative experiences in Internet Computer Protocol or ICP. Me personally guys, I'm definitely not a fan of ICP. Now this week guys, what I'm doing is, I'm going ahead and sharing some bits and pieces of information regarding decentralized exchanges, isn't it? Now what I want to do next guys is, I want to go ahead and discuss ways to improve user experience in decentralized exchanges. So I want to go ahead and touch base on 10 core areas guys. The first one is user-friendly interface and design. The second one is enhanced performance and speed. The third one guys, so far as decentralized exchange is concerned, I want to go ahead and discuss seamless onboarding process. The fourth one is advanced security features. The fifth one guys is transparent fee structure. The sixth one is improved liquidity. The seventh one is customer support, which I think is definitely lacking in comparison to centralized exchanges in it. The eighth one guys is mobile app development. The ninth one is educational content, and finally guys, I want to go ahead and discuss the integration with other DeFi services. That is the 10th point. And after that guys, I'll go ahead and share my thoughts and experience on how artificial intelligence can use to enhance user experience in decentralized exchanges. Now look guys, if you're someone who's working on decentralized exchange and do have any points, mention them in the comments below or drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now look guys, I'm pretty much sure there are other ways to improve user experience in decentralized exchanges in it. So do one thing guys, if you do have any additional points, definitely go ahead and drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now let's talk about the first point, that is user-friendly interface design. And look guys, so far as decentralized exchange is concerned, organizing the interface logically with clear categories and intuitive flow is extremely crucial, isn't it? Because users should be able to find trading pairs, account settings and support. And apart from that guys, we also need to focus on very basic visual consistency and using consistent design elements, let's say like color schemes, fonts and button styles, to create a cohesive and visually appealing interface is extremely critical. Now I hate saying this guys, if you actually want to use Uniswap, the user experience does look absolutely daunting and some of the newbies will be absolutely terrified. So what I do feel guys is we also need to have interactive tutorials keeping in mind the user-friendly interface design that would actually provide step-by-step guides and interactive tutorials for new users to learn how to navigate and use the platform effectively. The second one guys is regarding enhanced performance and speed, isn't it? And look guys, we need to optimize smart contracts to ensure they execute efficiently, reduce computational overhead to speed up transactions. Because look, the last thing you would want is decentralized exchanges to have a much slower time. That'll absolutely be worse when you have not so good user experience, isn't it? And what we can do is guys, we can use caching mechanism and content delivery networks, also called as CDNs, to improve load times for users globally. And we can also focus on asynchronous processing, and that can be done by implementing asynchronous processing where possible to improve responsiveness and reduce the wait time for users. Now the third point guys is regarding seamless onboarding process, and this is the area guys where I do feel Web 3.0 is currently lacking with Web 2.0, isn't it? And there needs to be a streamlined registration process. We need to minimize the steps required to create an account, maybe even use social logins or other quick authentication methods. Let me know guys, what are your thoughts regarding this? What about KYC guys? Now look guys, for platforms requiring KYC, we can simplify the process with easy-to-use identity verification tools, and we can also have a guiding onboarding process and use a guided step to help users understand features and set up the accounts properly. Now guys, let's talk about the fourth point, that is advanced security features. And we can have things like multi-factor authentication that would actually encourage users to enable multi-factor authentication for added security. What about audits guys? We need to conduct regular audits for smart contracts and the platforms to identify and address vulnerabilities, isn't it? But most importantly guys, users need to be educated, and educating users on security best practices such as let's say hardware wallets and recognizing phishing attempts is definitely a must in today's world. Now the fifth point guys is regarding transparent fee structure, and there needs to be absolutely clear breakdown, and decentralized exchanges need to display a detailed breakdown of fees before users confirm transaction. Because look guys, we have gas fees, We have transaction fees, loyalty programs, quite many things, isn't it? So we should show fees and maybe even compare them to other platforms to build trust. Now, so far as loyalty program is concerned, guys, we can offer fee discounts or even rebates for frequent traders or users who provide liquidity. And this brings to the next point, guys, that is improved liquidity. Maybe in decentralized exchanges, guys, we can maybe launch liquidity mining programs to reward users for providing liquidity. Now, at this point of time, guys, I'm pretty much sure a lot of decentralized exchanges are already doing that. And this brings me to the next point, that is cross-decentralized exchange aggregation, and we can integrate with liquidity aggregators to pull liquidity from multiple sources, ensuring users get the best price, and we can collectively focus on dynamic liquidity pools and implement algorithms to adjust liquidity pools based on market conditions and trading volumes. Now look, guys, the seventh point is probably the most important point, and that is regarding customer support. Now, I very strongly feel, guys, this is an area that is definitely lacking in the Web3 space. Now, in decentralized exchange, guys, maybe decentralized exchanges can offer support through various channels, including live chats, emails, social media, and forums. But the big question, guys, is who goes ahead and does that? In case of centralized exchanges, you have, let's say, a Facebook chat messenger, and you have a centralized entity going ahead and managing these things, isn't it? So the answer to offer customer support in a decentralized exchange or in a Web3 environment, I really am not sure who goes ahead and does that. But what we can do is, guys, we can have something called as knowledge base, and maybe the community can go ahead and build a knowledge base, and we can develop a comprehensive knowledge base with detailed articles, guides, and FAQs as well. But look, so far as the Web3 world and decentralized exchange is concerned, community engagement is definitely lacking, isn't it? But we need to foster a strong community through forums and social media where users can seek help and share experiences. Now, the eighth point, guys, is regarding mobile app development. Now, look, guys, whenever I talk to my friends who are not using cryptocurrencies, the very first thing they ask me is, what is the app that you need to download? And I hate saying this, guys, for some of them, the apps are still not ready. Now, this is a massive red flag, but an area that definitely needs to be worked upon. And so far as mobile app development is concerned, guys, we need to ensure that mobile apps are ready and are in full responsiveness and offers the same functionality as a desktop version. We also need to have push notification, guys, and we must implement push notification for important updates, price alerts, and transaction confirmation. And we also need to ensure that mobile apps have the same robust security features, including maybe biometric authentication as well. Now, the ninth point, guys, is definitely something really crucial, particularly so far as decentralized exchange is concerned, and that is to do with educational content. And we must be able to provide educational materials in various formats such as articles, videos, webinars, and interactive tutorials, and we need to keep educational content up to date with the latest platform features and market trends so that we can cater to all users. Now look, guys, what I tend to do with blockchain DXB is I tend to offer consultation at 3 different levels, that is at the basic beginner level, advanced level, and technical level as well. And the same educational content must be catered for all level of users, from beginners to advanced traders, with appropriately tailored content, isn't it? Now, the final point, guys, is regarding integration with other DeFi services. Now, we must ensure integration with popular wallets, leading platforms, and other DeFi services, because that will definitely enhance user experience, isn't it? And we must offer a unified interface where users can manage all of the DeFi activities, such as, let's say, trading, lending, and staking as well. And we must ensure compatibility with various DeFi protocols and platforms to maximize user options. Now, if you're someone, guys, who's working in the decentralized exchange space, drop me an email. I'll definitely like to know more about it. Now, guys, let me go ahead and suggest some ways where artificial intelligence can be used to enhance user experience in decentralized exchanges. Now, the first point, guys, I can think of is personalized recommendation and using artificial intelligence to analyze trading platforms and preferences. We may be able to offer personalized trading suggestions and set recommendations, and we can also provide users with customized educational resources based on the experience level and activity, isn't it? Now, so far as the second point, that is enhanced security, is concerned, I definitely do feel that AI will play a crucial role in implementing AI models to detect unusual patterns that may indicate fraudulent activities or security breaches. Will definitely be a game changer. Now, will it be a game changer or a must-have technology? I definitely think it is the latter, isn't it? And we must use machine learning to predict potential security threats and take proactive measures to mitigate them as well. Now the third point, guys, is regarding automated customer support. And look, guys, a lot of the companies in UAE, particularly government website, they already have AI chatbots. And so far as decentralized exchange is concerned, guys, I think it is high time that decentralized exchange should deploy AI-driven chatbots that use NLP to understand and respond to users' inquiries accurately. And there needs to be continuous learning, guys, and we must ensure that these AI chatbots learn from interactions to improve their accuracy and responsiveness over time. Now, so far as market analysis and predictive analysis is concerned, guys, this is an area I definitely do think AI will be a game changer, isn't it? And we can use AI to analyze historical data and predict future market trends, providing users with actionable insight. And we can also do sentiment analysis, and we can monitor social media and news sources using artificial intelligence to gauge the market sentiment and inform trading strategies. What about portfolio management, guys? I definitely do think that using artificial intelligence to analyze portfolio performance and suggest rebalancing strategies to optimize returns will be a game changer, particularly in the decentralized exchange space. We can maybe develop AI-powered trading bots that execute trades based on predefined strategies and real-time market data. Now look, guys, artificial intelligence can definitely be used for user behavior analysis, isn't it? And artificial intelligence, guys, can continuously collect and analyze user feedback to identify areas for improvement, and this will be like a feedback loop, isn't it? And we will be able to track how users interact with the platform to make data-driven enhancements to interface and features. Now the next point, guys, is regarding pricing and fee optimization. And look, guys, by using artificial intelligence to dynamically adjust fees based on factors like market conditions, trading volume, and user behavior, we can maximize the use case of artificial intelligence, and we will be able to offer personalized fee structure based on individual user activity and loyalty. Now, so far as the next point is concerned regarding enhanced liquidity management, using artificial intelligence, guys, we will be able to predict when liquidity might be low and adjust incentives or liquidity pools accordingly, and thereby implement automated market making, that is, implement AI algorithms for market making to ensure continuous liquidity and optimal trading conditions. And this all calls for content customization, isn't it? And using artificial intelligence, guys, we can curate and deliver relevant user updates based on users' interest and trading behaviors, and we can have summary of the market purely written by artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence, guys, can provide generated summaries of complex topics to make information more accessible and digestible. So these are some basic level information, guys, on how we can go ahead and increase the user experience so far as decentralized exchange is concerned. And look, guys, what I do feel is that by incorporating these detailed strategies and by leveraging artificial intelligence, decentralized exchanges can significantly improve the user experience, making them more user-friendly, secure, and environment. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this. Now look, guys, me personally, I tend to look at decentralized dominance to centralized exchange dominance, isn't it? Now look, guys, on few occasions it has been 24%, on few days 28%, but what I do feel, guys, is once decentralized to centralized exchange dominance is relatively at 40% consecutively for at least 3 months, then we can confidently state that the world is ready for decentralization or distributed form of working, isn't it? So let me know, guys, whether you agree to my assessment or disagree to it regarding the 40% mark. Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings. And unfortunately, guys, the price of Bitcoin has gone down. Today it is down to $67,909. And since the last 24 hours, guys, it is down by 2.30%. And since the last 7 days, it is down by 1.41%. Ethereum, guys, is at $3,561. Since the last 24 hours, it is down by 3.25%. Since the last 7 days, it is down by 5.29%. Binance BNB Coin, guys, it has gone down miserably. It was at $701 just a few days ago, isn't it? Today it is down to $618. And since the last 24 hours, guys, it is down by 6.93%. And since the last 7 days, it is down by 2.01%. Now it is a bit ironic, guys, because yesterday Binance did reach a new milestone of touching 200 million customers, isn't it? So let's see what the future of Binance BNB is. But guys, with US elections coming up, we definitely need to focus on Let's Go Brandon. Now there's a really interesting article, guys, which is published on Bitcoin Magazine, and Brian Morgenstern, he has written a great article on Bitcoin Magazine that actually talks about why President Donald Trump is the best presidential candidate to foster a safe and innovative environment in Bitcoin. Now it's really important to note, guys, that this particular article is only his opinion, Now you can either agree to his opinion or disagree to it. Let me know guys what are your thoughts regarding this, because the article states that President will ban central bank digital currency. He will focus on protecting self-custody and stop out-of-control regulators from trying to put Americans out of business. Now, so far as the author is concerned, guys, that is Brian Morgenstern. He's the head of public policy for Riot Platforms, and he has previously served as Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Treasury and White House Deputy Press Secretary. Now, let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this article, guys, because the article argues that President Donald Trump is the best presidential candidate to foster a safe and innovative environment for Bitcoin, noting that 1 in 4 Americans now own Bitcoin. Now, despite the significant number of Bitcoin owners, guys, candidates rarely address their concerns. Now, Trump has made efforts to appeal to Bitcoiners, and at the Libertarian National Convention, guys, he actually clearly stated that he does plan to stop Joe Biden's anti-crypto actions and support the right to self-custody Bitcoin. And President Trump, guys, has definitely criticized the left-leaning regime, that is Biden administration, for vetoing legislation that would have protected customer rights, to have the Bitcoin held by regulated financial institutions, and for launching Operation Choke Point 2.0, which discouraged banks from doing business with digital asset companies. Now, the Biden administration, guys, has proposed a 30% tax on Bitcoin mining energy usage as well, and they have strong attempts to regulate self-hosted wallets. Now, look, guys, the left-leaning regime have definitely taken hostile actions against the cryptocurrency ecosystem, isn't it? Now, so far as President Trump is concerned, guys, his stance is completely opposite of Joe Biden, who's actually shown clear support for central bank digital currency to control financial transactions, and Elizabeth Warren, guys, has proposed legislation that would effectively ban Bitcoin mining by treating miners as financial institutions. Now, what the article, guys, also states is that despite some Democratic leaders being pro-Bitcoin, Biden has given control over crypto policies to anti-crypto figures like Elizabeth Warren, and the article concludes that President Trump, by protecting Bitcoin ownership, mining and transaction and opposing a central bank digital currency, is the best candidate for Bitcoin supporters in the upcoming election. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this. Now look, guys, so far as Bitcoin is concerned, I've said this thing so many times, when you talk about politics, Bitcoin was created as a movement to a separation of money and the state, isn't it? But Democrats and the left-leaning administration, they're definitely not fans of Bitcoin, definitely not fans of cryptocurrency. They're definitely in favor of central bank digital currency, so that they can go ahead and monitor each of your transactions. Right-wing ideologies and Republicans, on the other hand, they're definitely in favor of Bitcoin, definitely in favor of open source, definitely in favor of freedom of speech, and they are the ones who definitely want to go ahead and ban central bank digital currency. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts are regarding politics and politicians. Now, guys, let's discuss a really interesting development in the world of Ripple. And Ripple, guys, is strengthening its collaboration with the Republic of Georgia, and they want to digitize the local economy through the partnership with the National Bank of Georgia. And Nadia Turvana, guys, is the acting governor of the National Bank of Georgia. And Vladimir Benites, head of bank's Financial and Supervisory Technology Development Department, met with Ripple's executive James Wallace to discuss enhancing financial technology and digitization efforts. Now, what is really important to note, guys, that all of these details is actually published via a post via LinkedIn by the National Bank of Georgia's channel. And what the article also states is that this meeting was actually held on June 8th, and it also involved Alistair Brown from Ripple's partner EPES System, a company specializing in software engineering and digital product design. Now, so far as this collaboration is concerned, guys, this new collaboration builds on an existing partnership between National Bank of Georgia and Ripple, where Ripple is the technological partner of National Bank of Georgia's pilot CBDC program, which is called as the Digital Lottery, and the National Bank of Georgia, or NBG, has invited 9 companies, including Ripple, to participate in the Digital Lottery project, and eventually selected Ripple Labs as the official technology partner. Now, look, as Ripple's involvement with global central bank digital currency initiatives extends beyond Georgia, as the company is also engaged in central bank digital currency projects in Colombia, Bhutan, Palau, Montenegro, and quite a lot of other countries as well. And there was a paper, guys, which was released in 2023, where Ripple emphasized the importance of central bank digital currency in asset tokenization and the potential positive impacts, despite concerns from critics about privacy and government surveillance. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this. Now, look, guys, whenever you hear the word central bank digital currency, you definitely need to be wary about it, because there is a massive difference between central bank digital currency and Bitcoin. Now, central bank digital currency, guys, is technically everything opposite to what Bitcoin does. Now, if you do need more information, guys, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now guys, let's discuss some drama in the world of Solana. And over 30 Solana validators guys were removed from Solana Foundation Delegation Program, and they were removed for allegedly facilitating economic attacks known as sandwich attacks against crypto traders. Now these validators guys, many of whom are reportedly Russian, are still part of the network, but they will no longer receive additional payments for validating transactions. Now the issue guys centers around the use of mempools, where unconfirmed transactions actually wait, isn't it? Now although Solana guys doesn't have native mempool, the validator software from Jito Labs actually did, which led to the exploitation of traders. And guys, what happened is earlier this year, I believe it was in March, Jito Labs did actually disable its mempool function to protect traders, pushing the problem underground as private mempools emerged, and some operators guys like these node offered validators a share of these profits, and the Jito Foundation guys has proposed for the penalties for validators using private mempools, reducing the amount of stake sold they can manage. Now the Solana Foundation's blacklist targets 32 operators with a total of 1.5 million sold, representing about 0.5% of the program's stake. Now the foundation guys continue to enforce actions against operators detected participating in these mempools. Now look at something which I did touch base earlier on as well. At the outset guys, this does look like a centralized decision, but it is the right move, isn't it? So let me know guys what are your thoughts regarding this. Now guys, let me briefly touch base on some drama in the world of OKX, and 2 users actually suffered a hack. And what happened guys, just few days ago on the 9th of June, Slomish team reported a hack on 2 OKX users involving bypassing security measures via an SMS breach. And attackers guys, what they did, they created new API keys for withdrawals and trading, suggested to coordinate the cybercrime group's involvement. Now OKX guys has definitely acknowledged the incident, stating its ongoing investigation and willingness to take responsibility if found negligent. Now this incident guys unfortunately adds to a series of attacks on cryptocurrency exchanges and it, underscoring the need for enhanced security standards in the industry. And that's precisely the reason guys, earlier today I talked about the benefits of using decentralized exchanges and how we as individuals can make decentralized exchanges a much better place, especially the user experiences in it. So let me know guys what are your thoughts regarding this. So these are some macro level news guys from cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And the first news guys is regarding Sandbank, and they have signed a memorandum of understanding with Mantra. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this news guys. And Sandbank is a digital licensed bank from the Central Bank of UAE. Now the memorandum of understanding aims to streamline the process of real-world asset tokenization, and this partnership guys will focus on identification, listing and distribution of RWA or real-world asset, and the collaboration will develop frameworks to support tokenization and distribution, which is in compliance with Dubai's VARA, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. Now these frameworks guys will provide clear guidelines for tokenization of real-world assets, and these guidelines will ensure adherence to relevant compliance standards, and the frameworks will include measures for investor protection, and this collaboration will meet all the necessary regulatory requirements, and the initiative guys seeks to foster trust and confidence in RWA tokenization, and the goal is to promote the widespread adoption of RWA tokenization in the United Arab Emirates. Now this agreement guys highlights the company's leading position in digital finance in the Middle East, isn't it? Now the collaboration aims to integrate RWA custody and exchange into retail banking services, and the partnership seeks to establish industry standards for tokenization. And John Patrick Mullen, the CEO of Mantra, has emphasized the strategic importance of agreement, and Michael Shen, the CEO of Zand, has expressed excitement about leveraging Mantra's blockchain for RWA management, and the collaboration guys aims to enhance control, security and transparency in transactions for Zand's clients. So definitely positive news. Now guys, let's discuss another positive news. In the Emirate of Dubai, and 22 Chief AI Officers guys have recently been hired, and Chief AI Officers have been appointed in 22 Dubai government entities, and the appointments were approved by Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Crown Prince of Dubai and Chairman of the Executive Council. Now this move is part of a future-driven vision focused on utilizing AI in government work, and the initiative guys aims to support Dubai's journey and also its expertise in developing innovative solutions using advanced technology, and the acceleration of AI tools and application is a key pillar for the vision to position Dubai as a global hub for AI solutions, isn't it? And the Chief AI Officers guys are expected to transform Dubai's vision for the future of government into reality. Now so far as this news is concerned guys, this news is aligned with Dubai's Universal Blueprint for Artificial Intelligence. Now more information guys regarding this can be found on a website that is dub.ai or dub.ai, and the goal is to accelerate the work and double its efforts in AI integration. And the Community Development Authority in Dubai has also appointed a Chief AI Officer, and the Dubai Government Human Resources guys has also appointed a Chief AI Officer. The Dubai Custom has appointed a Chief AI Officer, and even the Dubai Police guys, they have appointed a Chief AI Officer. And along with that guys, the Judicial Office has appointed a GI Officer, and so has the Dubai Civil Aviation Authority as well. And the Mohammed bin Rashid Housing Establishment guys, they have appointed a Chief AI Officer as well. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is guys, in the show notes below, there is a link of different AI officers that has been appointed, keeping in mind the Dubai Blueprint for AI officers. So please feel free to go and check it out in the show notes below. So these were the news guys from cryptocurrency, blockchain and artificial intelligence world, from Crypto and Coffee Date from Blockchain DXB. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. And guys, please feel free to go and check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It is packed with loads of information in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrencies, metaverse, central bank digital currency, and even artificial intelligence. Now for the next few minutes guys, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Nick who asks, what is it that Dubai or UAE can do to be the world leader so far as blockchain and cryptocurrency is concerned? Now to be honest, this is a very tricky question, Nick, because when you're asking this question, you're actually stating that what is it that the UAE government and what is it that the individuals or residents of UAE can do to be the world leader in blockchain and cryptocurrency. Now look, when you talk about Bitcoin and open blockchain, it should not be restricted only to a specific region. When you talk about Bitcoin, it is the world's money, isn't it? So there are two ways of looking at the answer. When you talk about, let's say, educating people, and when you talk about adoption, if that is the case, yes, I think Dubai is already doing that. We do have clear regulations in place, and I do feel that there are quite a lot of events actually taking place in Dubai. But that thing being said, Nick, I would definitely not like to see, let's say, Dubai, UAE, or any specific region for that matter, to be leading so far as Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and adoption is concerned. When you talk about open blockchain, it should be for the entire world, isn't it? We cannot have a specific region dominating so far as cryptocurrency and blockchain is concerned. It is definitely great if that thing happens, but when you talk about Bitcoin, I would hate to see Bitcoin adoption only in one country, because it defeats the whole purpose of why Bitcoin was created, isn't it? We need to understand that Bitcoin is peer-to-peer electronic cash system, so these transactions should be spread all across the world. And when you talk about open blockchain, I would hate to see a lot of the miners only in one specific region, because that does lead to centralization, isn't it? Now also it's really important to understand, Nick, it is extremely easily possible for even North Korea to go ahead and make sure that the individuals go ahead and start using Bitcoin. If that is the case, would you still like Bitcoin? I personally wouldn't. So an autocratic leader can definitely go ahead and make sure that the country goes ahead and use Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Now Dubai, on the other hand, is completely different. I think there is more freedom. The government is absolutely brilliant, and the government is definitely supportive and very proactive, not just in the world of Bitcoin and blockchain, but also in the field of artificial intelligence, isn't it? And what I really like about Dubai government is, whenever there are new technologies or whenever there are new industries, they definitely do quite a lot of research, and they definitely focus more on educating the people. And the Dubai government in particular, they definitely take leaps and bounds in adopting these technologies as well. Look, so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, there are so many government entities like DEVA or even RTA. They have already gone ahead and implemented artificial intelligence. So far as NFT is concerned, the Dubai police has already gone ahead and released 2 batch of NFTs, and they did it completely free of cost as well. So ideally speaking, what governments from other regions can do is, they can learn the willingness to accept new technologies, possibly from the Dubai government and from the UAE government. That is my honest thought, but definitely a really interesting question, Nick. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. And guys, as I mentioned earlier, please feel free to go and check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It is loaded with useful information in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, metaverse, and even artificial intelligence now. And what you're listening to right now, guys, is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.